said, Officer Ross was supposed to take the Tahoe down, get it appraised, and we were all supposed to get together on what we want to do with it. Like I said, it's already been done, the Tahoe's been sold. Like I said, I have had nothing to do with any of the decisions or anything. So I'm gonna put the, until, if you wanna go ahead and do the minutes. Lauren, you wanna do it?
I make a motion for the minutes.
I second the motion.
So next on the agenda is the old business.
All in favor?
We'll go ahead with the old business. Or you want to talk about the CD?
Do you want a chair to sit down?
So what's this in our packet? Okay, and the next thing on the list is the new business, but I want to amend the agenda with the approval of the council because there were some things that were not added to the agenda due to Mr. Moga denying people the right to have their voice heard. So I want to go ahead and amend the minutes and allow Officer Rawls a chance to be heard. And also there are some things on that I need to address that I wasn't given the opportunity to address. So can we motion to amend the minutes, the new business?
First of all, we need to vote about the old business. Mayor, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but on the CDBG grant thing, both approve that.
Okay. So I'll offer a motion to, somebody gonna make it? Motion has been, it's been motioned and approved, second and approved. Or do we vote? Y'all wanna vote?
Yes, vote after.
Y'all, you seconded, right?
She said,
Oh, you did?
definitely said.
I motion, she said, Ms. Garcia going the same.
Okay, it's been motion and second. Is everybody in favor, letting me know by the word aye?
Aye.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Thank you. Okay. New business. As I stated, I want to amend the new business on the agenda. I'll make a motion to amend it. So y'all don't want to amend the minutes?
Oh, no,
Wait, what's my motion? I want to amend the minutes, the new business, because everything wasn't added. And I want to offer Officer Rawls a chance to approach the council about his termination. And also, there were some things, I had nothing to do, being the mayor, I had nothing to do with this agenda. I have no say-so in anything. So I want to amend the agenda with the new business so that I can have my say-so to the council, because whenever I go to the office to speak with Ms. DeMoga or any of the office staff, is that I'm hostile. I can't take care of business without Ms. Williams being up there. Like today, I've just been served a trespassing warning. It says on here that I can't even go to the city hall anymore, but it has this address as well. So had they had their way, I wouldn't have been in here either, I guess. But I just want to amend the minutes so that we can be heard today, because I think that we, as citizens and mayor we need to be heard. So we have a motion. Do we have a second? This is the cooperation that I get on a daily basis with the council. I don't want to appear hostile, but I want the citizens to know this is how it's done every day. It's a shame that the mayor don't have no say-so in anything. Ms. Williams, everybody else can come up there to the city hall, can run around there. Dorothy can put her folder in my face today and nothing be done about it. But I'm giving a trespassing warning, only because I was trying to see the bill for today. But this is the cooperation that I get. Either it's no cooperation or silence. You know, I can't operate. I was elected by the people to do a work for the city. And I can't do anything. Every time I turn around, it's Mr. Mogul in my face. Because at first she was afraid of me until we made her city manager. Now she's all up in my face and walking all around me like she is not afraid of anything now. I cannot get anything done. I can't walk in the city hall without somebody saying, are you recording me? But from my understanding, the last council meeting we had, I was the one that was on the recorder. Being taped for something I did at 4:30. But only thing I asked them to do today, LaVon, didn't I ask you for us to go and get some education so that we'll know how to govern by our charter, to do it the right way? I said, because we're gonna continue to look like fools. Ms. Dorothy Williams, Councilman Williams said, oh, you calling me a fool, you calling us a fool. No, I wasn't. I'm just trying to get the city back on the right track. But how can I do it if I'm not given a chance? I'm not given not a chance, a step of a chance.
Mr. Mayor, Your Honor, I understand that, and that's been hashed about numerous times. The council, they voted, I think it's part of the charter, we've gone through all that. I think it does no good for you to try to rally the crowd here. I think you need to go along with it.
No, I'm not trying to rally the crowd.
Just get a motion, second motion. Again, so that now, that's
Okay.
one item, the other item is business, that needs to be
Well, okay, since this is part of the new business, this is what I'm talking about. This is an amended 2013 budget that wasn't even brought to my attention. I don't know anything about this budget. This budget that I've been given today is like totals that don't jive with the Pelham Banking Company, for one. Yes, it was an amended budget on 2013, but 2013, we had gotten a lot of money. We don't have that kind of money. So we asked Mr. Moga to get a statement and get a definite total of what we got in the bank. And is that on here? But this doesn't really jive with the 2013.
You didn't have that money at that time. That is your budget. This is an amended budget so that you're not written up when the state auditor comes.
Okay, so whenever
So we
you,
have to take money from one department and put it in another department to balance the 2013 budget.
but this budget
My
still,
street department had no money in it. It had nothing budgeted, but there was money to the street department. So we had to balance the budget for 2013 so that the auditor can come in. This is done all the time. In government, the budget fluctuates.
right, they fluctuate, but out of 3 months, we haven't had a chance to give us a living budget, like what we're actually working on.
Y'all adopted 2012, but we had to get 2013 adjusted in order to pass the state office.
So 2013 has been balanced all out.
And the auditors, if y'all approve this budget, and we work on it,
Okay, well, I just hate that I have to bring this up in the council meeting because I don't get any cooperation. And that's my thing. I didn't know anything about the amended budget until I got my packet. But, go ahead.
Make a motion.
Buxton, motion and second. All those in favor, let me hear by the word aye.
Aye.
Is Brother Joe or Miss Peavy here with the Camilla?
Miss Peavy called and she's very sick. And, Brother Barry had another meeting we had to go to, they're gonna come to the 23rd.
The Boys and Girls Club information?
They, it looks like it's gonna cost between $4,200 and $5,000 to transfer the children next year to the Boys and Girls back and forth. And we have we're gonna have a final meeting on that. Camilla Housing Authority will work with us on that, and Steve is gonna be working on it with that. They want to have we would like to have an egg hunt on April 12th. The Boys and Girls Club and the Lodge will be taking a survey that day and helping out. Miss Councilmember Battle is the chair of the recreation. She wants to participate. Also, she would like to do the concession baseball. I was going to do the baseball team. She wants to make sure the games for the children are made. So she's going to also go and meet with the Y and the Boys and Girls Club, get their information together. She's going to meet with them. And they're actually going to be putting on some games and stuff like that. And if I'm not mistaken,
And when is this?
it's for April.
April 12th.
And we were going to have it like around the playground, baseball field area. So we'll be working on it, on anybody who might have their things, that'll help. But we do need to buy eggs. So I was going to ask for each to buy the plastic eggs.
We have plenty of eggs over in the house.
Do you know how many are there?
I don't know how many are going in there.
We haven't found any, so.
There are eggs in the back corner back there.
But we estimate we need about 4,000, and for 2,000 eggs, it's $125.
I thought we said that we were gonna work with our own city, with the Boys and Girls Club and the Recreation Department. Yeah, we did that. We decided that we were gonna have a meeting to implement something here in town so that our kids won't have to be bused back and forth from places. So that they can get,
Promise already has 21 vacancies, so if y'all have children that need to go, the Thomasville Community Resource Center actually heads that up out of Thomasville. And they have 21 spots available right now. And they are actually maintaining, but I think that we're supposed to get back. If you look at the minute, and you look at the video and see that we were going to go back and see how much it's going to cost, because they have big house meals. But
Who had a
also,
meeting?
with the Y and that was all discussed last meeting. March 12th was the meeting.
when was the boys?
Well, the Y headed it up. That was in the meeting last council meeting.
Well, that was a month ago.
Right, but I mean, so.
And we haven't done anything since then.
Yeah, March 12th. So the next meeting is Councilmember Battle's going to go because she's headed the recreation.
Okay, this is what I want to ask. When are y'all going to start letting me in on some of the arrangements and some of the meetings? Because I'm not been in a meeting yet.
So are y'all going to let us stop the answer?
How can I do anything if y'all don't allow me to?
What I'm saying is in the minutes, we said that night, the last meeting, we said
That was the after-school program.
That's right.
They're
In
talking
the
about
last,
something
in the
different.
last meeting, we, the council, and you, we went together and said it and voted on it. So, and it's down here for March the 12th, for you to go to that meeting, you did not go?
I spoke with the owner, to Mr. Donnell Green myself, but after we discussed that, then I haven't heard anything else about what we were gonna do going forward.
But she said March the 12th for the meeting.
But we're
Right
ready.
here. It was in the minutes.
It was in the
It's
minutes.
in the minutes right here now, look at it.
We discussed it.
Okay.
Anybody that wanted to go could go March 12th.
Oh, to the recreation in Thomasville. So the reason why it's out of my mind, because we had said we were gonna do something with our kids here. But we've decided on something.
Thank you,
With Ms.
nobody's
Bass.
decided on anything, we have so much.
Don't decide on anything, they just meeting and discussing. That's all it is.
Okay, so only thing we have now is for April the 12th, from 2 to 6, to have something at the park.
Yes, ma'am, the egg.
Okay, so can we get a tentative meeting so that I can be let in on it, of when the next recreation meeting is gonna be?
When Ms. Kennedy is gonna call me back and, boys and girls club, we're gonna call to set up that meeting. I don't have the answer for it. I can't tell you.
Okay. Maybe I'll be let in on this, but at this time, since that's the last thing on the agenda, I want to give, as the mayor,
Wait, we need one other thing. I'd like to see if we could get a motion to buy 2,000 eggs, plastic eggs, for $125 at the recreation fund for the egg hunt. And also, we had a baseball, request for recreation. Which is only $125.
I'll make a motion that we buy the eggs for the egg hunt for April 12th.
I want to say, Linda, you say the eggs already over there?
Yeah, there are some eggs already over there.
Maybe they should dig them out as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we needed about 4,000. I'm gonna personally buy them out of my pocket.
We'll have order.
City manager gonna attend. Okay.
Okay, that's the right way you want to talk to me, because I told you, tell me so. Everybody out. Everybody go ahead. Oh, y'all might want to come out and be heard, I can be heard. Oh,
Okay, so there are some eggs over in the back.
We'll look at that, because we've not been up there, I think we're
Don't, that's my favorite, so you don't have to say it. Hey. Well, that's him, she's using his name, but I'm gonna ask that you don't use my family's name.
Well, okay, when you were in there on that Saturday,
That's been so long ago. No, we're not finished.
I would most recommend being doing.
Well, we don't have to go. If y'all want to stay in here, because from this point on, we need to do something. Nobody said that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, did you second the motion? I second Tia.
I don't think this is right. But y'all don't have to go, because this is not right. Y'all can go ahead and voice your opinion. What we got to do, or y'all as citizens, got to stick together.
I've never seen a city council meeting operate like this
I don't
before.
understand how we allow the city attorney to control our meetings. They already, see, all of this was done without my say-so.
this is what he do when he don't want to answer. He don't want to ask questions. You see, this is
He's not even our attorney, that's not an attorney.
This guy he sent somebody in every time. Because you went to this meeting Saturday, and this is why he sent him, because he don't want to answer your question. It's the reason that he didn't come. That's right.
See, he already know what it is. He's doing double duty, but if I find out that he's at another council meeting and he can't be here, get rid of him. We need to have somebody that can represent us.
That's right.
Because Mr. Coleman, Attorney Coleman, is representing a lot of cities that was mentioned in the training on the weekend. So it's like double duty. He can't be with us for being everywhere else, but the money still rolls to his firm. You know, we hired him. I don't even know that man's name.
That's a shame.
I don't, y'all, but this is,
Madam Mayor knows
this is what's
nothing.
going on. This is the cooperation I get.
Mayor,
This is it.
we want to reinstate our chief. We want our chief back.
I
And that's why, exactly, because I was gonna ask that he be reinstated, and that's why I wanted the minutes amended. They know that I was gonna do that. But let me tell y'all, on this thing right here, they didn't really want me coming up in here, because they got me for a criminal trespassing warning over there just because I was trying to listen to the minutes, and then Dorothy comes up in my face and put her folder up in my face really close, but nothing was done to her. But they get me for a criminal trespassing warning just because I'm trying to talk to the council members. And I can't help because Renee walks out every time I'm getting ready to say something, but you know, I can't be a mayor with this kind of cooperation. So I'm just gotta do what I gotta do.
Can we get together, help raise some money, get you a private lawyer or do something?
Yeah, we need to do something.
We'll come up with some money and get you a private
I'm
lawyer.
going in the morning, I definitely got to go in the morning.
Yes, we.
Can you petition?
We got you. Yes. Okay, y'all. Officer, Deputy McCoy says that if we're gonna be in here, we gotta sit down and
There's nothing wrong with sitting here asking questions and resolving your issues and your problems. As long as we do it in an orderly, decent, mature fashion. It seems like the ones that were left out of here right now. Goes for everybody. You got an issue, bring it up, raise your hand, stand up and one at a time.
They backed up. The council and the staff.
Oh, no, I said,
what it's saying. Order me, everybody can speak, but y'all talking with their hands.
Are you on the council?
Chief, been for 28 years.
You're the chief.
No, he was.
28 years.
Anybody else got a question?
I just like to say that, right quick, I've started a watchdog community concerned citizens. What it's going to do is these councilmen that don't want to do their job,
That's it. Get rid of them.
we need to let them resign.
Right.
For that resignation.
How do we go about getting them off?
We can petition enough, we got enough people, we can petition the councilmen that don't want to do their job, back up, I mean, we just had.
All four of them.
Yeah, and we can monitor the spending of the money they doing. I want to tell you what happened to me. I went into City Hall and I asked to be on the agenda. The city manager or whatever she is, she says, "What do you want to talk about?" I said, "I want to talk about Officer Ross being fired, the chief." She says, "That's personal. You can't talk about that." I said, "Well, are you going to let me be on the agenda to talk?" And Renee, the other clerk, says, "You want me to take care of him?" I'm like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, and the city manager says, "You trying to start an argument?" I said, "No, I just want to speak at the council. My right, First Amendment. Our rights, our civil rights. They violate our civil rights when they don't let us get on the agenda, when they don't let us speak. And we all try to do it in an orderly fashion. And it's not right. Everybody, that's what we elect them for. Hey, we want to say, we want to come up and say, well, this or that ditch down there is not right, the road's not right, so-and-so's not doing his job. Can y'all look into it or something like that?" Well, and so my advice to you, if you voted for her, Linda, the mayor, when you go in City Hall, you better take somebody else with you, because what they tried to do was intimidate and get me in the point that they was going to call it a hostile thing again. I know what I'm talking about because I've been in law enforcement. I've seen where it was going. I turned around and walked out. Officer Rawls, the chief there, went up there, tried to get on the agenda, flatly refused him. What did I tell you? It was full or somebody else?
That's what she told me when I tried to get on. I tried to get on the agenda, she told me it was full, because I wanted to talk about my dismissal. She told me that I could, the council wasn't going to listen to me in the first place, so she wasn't going to let me on the agenda. So I'm like, well, why won't they listen to me? She said, then she goes on to say that we're not going to hire you back anyway. You haven't been here 60 days. I said, well, that's why, well, Renee was terminated, and you told her that she had 5 days to appeal it with the council, and you all granted her job back. So I feel like I should be at least heard and be granted mine back as well, because I know I haven't done anything but done my job.
We should ask Tommy Coleman, the attorney, to step down. We don't need him. He's a good man, but he's all of him. We need someone out of Thomas County attorneys, you know, and that's one thing. But I'm asking for the firing of the city manager. She doesn't live here.
Right.
And you can't get anything, you know. I got a secretary that's doing several Open Records Act under Georgia that I'm going to give her, and we're going to see where she's going to go from there. But I'm not satisfied with the way it's going, and I see most of you are.
No,
it's not right.
We're not satisfied. She don't give us any satisfaction.
When the mayor is in charge, the mayor is an elected high official.
Amen.
Isn't that right? Yes, sir. She's a high official, and they should give her respect. She won by a fair election, and they should give her respect whether they like her or not. But they turn around and get up and walk out and leave all us in here with a lot of questions that we'd like to ask.
Okay, so what's that telling us? They
don't
respect
care.
She don't care.
They don't care about Meigs.
She don't care at all.
That's why I say
And all the councilmen.
you need to ask for the resignation.
Well, there's a
So
lot
how
of
do we go
favoritism
about
going on too. There's a lot of favors going on along with the councils.
Just give us a letter up and let people, and let everybody sign it. Won't, you know, I'm sorry, but I got to tell you that I think the whole instigator of the whole thing,
Georgia Wynn.
right here.
When he ended up,
She's got her husband working with the city. But what she's doing is she's a conflict of interest when she is trying to protect him and make sure that if somebody don't do what he wants them to do, they get fired. That's the way it goes. It's not right. It's not right.
The city has bought rocks from Scrubs and spread it in Kilpatrick's churchyard, and there's a washout right there by the drain that needs rocks there, but they put it in her, right in her churchyard, and I feel like that's favoritism.
That's bribery.
That's bribery.
And we can't, and I'll tell y'all something else, we can't afford our police units to be going to coolers and places like that. We don't have money. Their cars need to sit right here, and you know, I still work part-time with Clark. I have to drive my own personal vehicle. They cut back everybody's up there. And a lot of this stuff going on needs to be monitored. I bet you a $100 bill that they don't even know the mileage on it. They don't even keep up with the mileage.
They don't.
They do what they want to do.
When we get in our units in the morning, we have to log in, mileage, dates, everything. Well, our radar and all that stuff. Log books, we have to keep all that. At the end of the shift, we better have to put down our mileage because it gets checked. If we don't do it,
Okay, Chief.
we get in trouble.
Since we didn't talk about Chief Rawls, when do we get to talk about that? That was the agenda.
Yeah.
That's why they left out.
Right,
He's
exactly.
been in here 22 years. When everybody else left, he was here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who came and who went.
That's right.
He was here.
He lives here.
He lives here.
And his
And
family.
he's been fair. Now, everybody on that council member know him. You know him. So why are you taking sides with somebody else when you know what he do? He's a good police officer.
And I brought that to their attention. That's what they
But
don't
it's
like.
okay.
I brought it to their attention. I said, this man was here when we had nobody. When everybody else had resigned, he was here. I said, we ought to at least give the man a fair chance to appeal to the council like we allowed Renee. They told me that on reading the letter, he was terminated for a Georgia at will state. Okay, I terminated Renee Boyd on those same grounds.
Okay,
She
what
wasn't
is
even here but a
that?
month.
What is Georgia at will
Georgia at
state?
will, they can fire you. You don't have to have a reason to fire them.
They can-
But any
But if you get a lawyer, they got to have a reason for it.